Hi. Well, wouldn't you know, we start off with a tone. Don't you love cell phones? Okay, we're ignoring that. Anyway, hi, this is Lorraine, and we're ready to start our cards for March. And if you're in my demo downline or you're in my card clubs, this video is to help you. Okay, let's get started on our first card. Okay, our first card is this one. It's, I'm calling it the Good Egg Trio. And so we have the egg cracking out of its shell, almost out, and out all the way with our Happy Easter greeting. Okay, this is going to be a quick card to do, and this will be one if you were going to do a mass production. This would be an easy one to do for that. Okay, so we need the Good Egg stamp set, and so this one will help you a lot. Let me see if I can arrange this picture a little better to get the whole thing in here. Okay, the Good Egg stamp set. So we're going to be using the chick, and we're going to be using the greeting that says Happy Easter. Okay, you're going to need for this card some simple things. You're going to need Bashful blue cardstock, cut 5.5 by 8.5, and scored and folded at 4 1/4. Then you're going to stamp the words Happy Easter in basic black ink in the lower left-hand corner. Okay. Then you're going to need a piece of certainly celery that's cut 2.5 by 5.5, and this will be a banding that will go across here, but don't attach it yet. Okay, then we're going to take our piece of Springtime Vintage DSP. It's our two-sided designer paper, and you could choose between one or the other. This one I chose because it has the blues and the greens. And then you're going to use our eyelet edge punch to punch the edge. And the nice thing about this punch is it makes it easy to match up the design to continue it across a long strip. Okay, so now we have our eyelet edge. Now you will go ahead and attach this to the 2.5 by 5 inch piece of certainly celery. And then you're going to have two pieces of our 1/4 inch taffeta ribbon. This ribbon is great. White ribbons are always great to start with if you're just starting your collection of hobby supplies for stamping or anyway, card making or scrapbooking. This one, this is a 1/4 inch, and there are many other widths and types of ribbon that we sell and in Stampin' Up. And the nice thing about this is that you can easily dye it yourself to any color you want with markers or ink. If you're going to use the ink pad, then you want to wear rubber gloves and then just hold it down on the pad and run it across, and you can dye the ribbon very easily. Okay, but I decided that white was a good choice for this one. So you're going to need a piece that's cut 7.5 and a piece that's cut 8 inches. The 8 inches piece you'll use to make a bow, and I like to do the double bunny ear kind of bow. And then just adjust it down before you tighten it to get the size of bow that you want. Okay, and then you would trim off the edges. Then you're going to attach your 7.5 inch piece. Now you can either put it right at the seam, or you can put it up a little bit so there's a band of green, which is what I did on the card. So I put it up a little tiny bit. Okay, and then you'll wrap that around to the back and use, if you use snail on a piece of paper that has, like even like this one is from Stamps, but that comes on either your dimensionals or the labels that come off your stamps, if you save those pieces of paper and you run your snail along even this narrow ribbon, it will only stick to the ribbon, so that makes it easy for you to use snail on this narrow ribbon. Okay, and then you would wrap it around to the back side, attach it to the, go ahead and attach it to the front of your card. I'm not doing all that in case I have to redo this video, but you get the gist of it. Okay, and then you would have this already wrapped around the back, and you could go ahead and attach your bow. Okay, then you're going to stamp 6 pieces of Whisper White. And this is a great way to use your scraps up. These are 1.5 by 2 inch pieces of, I guess I should face them towards you, 1.5 by 2 inch pieces of Whisper White. And you're going to stamp the little guy, I don't see, yeah, 6 times, okay? Then you're going to pick out the 3 best, and you can see some of these I've got smudgies going on, so those aren't my best, so that's not a best, that's not a best. And this one's got kind of a light little arm, so pick your very best one to be the middle of your triptych, and then the others 2 to go on this side. And then you're going to color in the little beak using a marker. I chose this one. This is a Peach Parfait, one of our new in colors. To color in his little beak, you could use any other orange marker. And then you're going to take two-way glue. I'm not going to actually do it, but you're going to color in the egg. This ink goes on blue and dries clear, so you can see where you've colored it. Then you're going to sprinkle it with Dazzling Diamonds glitter. This is our most wonderful glitter. It's very fine and it's very dazzly. Okay, so you're going to do that to those 3 and set those aside. And then you're going to take the other 3 that weren't so great and cut out the shell on all 3 of those. Then you're going to also color the shells with the glue, and then you're going to put Dazzling Diamonds glitter on each of them as well. And then you're going to use dimensionals to pop them up. So 2 on each of the eggshells will pop it up sufficiently. So you put 1 here that's kind of a little bit closed over the chick, and here 1 tilted to the side to open. He's coming out of the shell, and then put 1 shell down here on the ribbon that he's already out. And isn't he cute? Okay, that's our first card for our March clubs.